Good afternoon. My name is Khalidah Al-Dabbagh. I'm a MSc student at uh, Information and Technology, Software Engineering. Uh, let's start um, a view and showing what I have done in my Part 2 ASE assignment. I have done all of these, my name, my course, understand all of these. Um, this is part one extra mark. I don't did that. Also my version control. This is my repo, and I have a number of comments is 54 comments. So let's start to talk in general all of my program and all of my assignment, then come here to check and implement every single step. So this is my whole assignment. Uh, as I have done in my part one assignment, first of all, I did a parent shape class. Um, This shape class have child classes, circle, triangle, rectangle. The main point of these inheriting classes, uh, when a class is child classes or derived classes inherits from another class, so can provide their own implementation for um, their method. Um, that's a definition already in the base class. And this, I can say this is design pattern. Uh, um, this is inheritance classes, and the basic or the parent shape class is a type of design pattern that will help me to implement maybe to draw multi shapes together in one single program, and we will see that when we will go to that point. We have three basic um, uh, things. The inheritance, and we said this is these child classes, the triangle, rectangle, and circle, inherits from the shape class, the important class, or the base class, or the parent class, and they can provide their own implementation. And the basic class method, and this method in the basic class intended to be overridden, uh, and it's designed to be overridden by derived classes. So uh, this override, this override keyword, it's uses to indicate that a method in derived classes is intended to overridden the draw method in the same base class. So this will help us to implement the multi um, drawing for shapes. Uh, this is the first thing. I also have the parser class. This is, we talked about it also in part one. The parser class is also to parse any command or program, even program also. And we have here a little change because of we use here in part two while and if and variable. So we will see that. And also I have canvas, and this is a factory design pattern. This canvas class consists of the graphical used in to drawing shapes. Also, it has a bitmap. That means the pixels on the canvas of the canvas. Also, it's the has the basic method for move to, draw line, clear, drawing a circle, triangle, rectangle. So this is my factory. So this is also, I can say it's a design, another design pattern. And then I have Form1. So this is the main display class of my application. Everything is done in here. um, it's display the canvas, the buttons, the take the comment, the commands and the program from the user and parse it and see is it correct or not, and draw it on the canvas, and we can from it write a program, save it, load it to a text file. Everything is done in here. And also I have a new program, this a new program. So this is my design for the Form1 program. It's the same as to my, there is no change in my um, part one. Just a simple change. A change is this button, a new program. When I press on it, so this a new program uh, will open. This one. I did it like similar uh, to um, similar to Form1. There is a run, check buttons. There is a rich text box for program. There is a command line. There is a file path. I can implement it to see you whole program. Hmm. So this one and this one. This is a new program. When I press it, so this a new window is opened. And when I write a program here, it will implement on the same canvas of Form1 class, and we will talk about all of these step by step. Just this is the general um, view or general witnessing to all of my class, all of my, sorry, program. So let's talk about the main class. In the main class, I said everything that has contact with um, part two assignment is done here. Not all of them, but most of them, most of points. So I have this um, um, main class. It's called Form1. It's a partial class from Form, and I have declared many things that I want. So, for example, I have here private canvas, this canvas, and public canvas, this canvas. What this means here, I have, as you know, I have a Form1 design and I have a new program design. So, this private, and the private means that this variable will use inside the program or the class that is declared in. And the public means this is indicates that this variable is I can use it outside this class. So I have done one is a private canvas object, called this canvas and a public one called canvas. One of them, this canvas, I will use it here inside Form 1 uh, always to um, make my factory class. Sometimes when I want to implement something on Form 1 design, so it will use this canvas. And when I want to implement another one in a new program, so I will use canvas using public. So I can go to new program to see you. This is public partial class new program from form, and look here, private canvas. So we used here the object, and we made it here private. So this canvas, or this object called canvas, will used here um, in a new program uh, for or design. And then I have execute command executed. This is string command declares that the commands that are used to drone, or to I want to implement it to the picture box. Also a form width, form height. This is for the picture box. Also, I did here. Um, uh, I used or declared a variable list. It's a private variable list. It's to store integer to store variables that contains integers. So this is for a list for variables that I can use in a program. So this declares a list. This list can be hold elements, a tuple or a sequence elements. This sequence elements or tuples contain each element contain string and integer tuple. So I equaled it to a new list. So it's empty and ready to store any tuples in it. Also, I here did private integer loop start equals 0. So this is the index of start a loop. Also, here I have a public string, error string. So this is to store error string, and we will see when we use it. Uh, Also, I have here this part of my assignment. This is called a singleton instance pattern of Form 1. So, what I did here, I will do a static instance of Form 1 to be used in other classes. So I will use Form 1 in a new program, like I will show you here. Like maybe when I want to maybe run a button, instead of I will go and implement run a button and run, what will we do? No, I will use wait Form 1 instance and is valid program. So I will call is valid program from Form 1 instance and implement what is happening in a new program. So this is the third design pattern I have, and this will help me to use Form 1 in another classes. Also, I use Form 1 in test classes to test some methods. So what I did here, I used a private static Form 1 instance. So the static means that this variable will share this instant in the class, and this point question mark means maybe it is not or not. It depends. Uh, so I will use public static Form 1 instance. So this public static property serve a getter, get this getter singleton instance that will um, ensure that I will implement only one instance from Form 1, and this also provides a method to access this instance in other classes. So get if instance equal none, so do instance from a new Form 1 and return instance. Though this pattern will help me to use it in a new program and sometimes in test class. Now I have um, um, a constructor to for Form 1 to initialize the GUI and say this canvas. So I will set this canvas to the output picture box. And canvas will equal this canvas as a public when I want to use it in a new program. And the width and the height of this of the picture box will equal to this width and height for this picture box, the dimensions. Also, this T color transition. So this is as a function, I did it, additional function to make the cursor blinking or what's called the flashing. I can see you here. So this is the cursor is blinking. I don't know, is it a good idea or not? But maybe, I hope. So we will see what is happening with this after when we go to talk about it. Now let's talk about the main points of my program. Um, First of all, I have a method to parse a command containing a variable. So you ask us to make maybe a loop or if or even like say size equal 10 circle size. So I don't want to draw circle 5. I want to draw circle size and size equal 5 maybe the radius. So this method will help us to parse a command containing variable. So what I did here, I used a private method. It's called get variable, and the parameter is a command, sure. So I want to take this command and split it. So like size equal 10. So split using equal. If the command argument dot length equal to, it will be equal to. So the string variable name, this is command argument 1, and this trim is to make it clear of any spaces, any white spaces, any empty spaces. So, and also the variable value is command argument 1 dot trim. Then after that, I will take this variable dot and ask about a query. If the variable is present in the list of variables that I talked about, tuple list, it's called, it's have command and string and integer or not. So if variables dot any x dot item one means the item one is the command that I sent size equal 5. So I have two items, size and 5. So item 1 is equals the variable name that I parsed here and split. If it is, so then go to the variable value. Is it the variable value contains maybe plus or minus? or divide or uh, or a multiplication, or it's alone. Any one of these, we will go about to talk about them here. If it's contain a plus, so I will take here string variable value argument. It's I will take variable values to split them. Uh, so I have two values, value one and value two, and trim them. And then uh, after doing this, I will sum this value using variable index, put uh, the this part after summing it, saving it in item one called size, maybe size equal 5 plus 3. So it will take size as item one and 5 plus 3 as item two, variable one and variable two. And after summing them, it will put them in the variable name using this a new tuple. So I will put it in the my array or my list. It's called tuple string integer. The string is the variable name, and the integer is get variable value of variable value one and variable value two. So what is get variable value? Get variable value, I don't know. I can go for it now and then return back to here. What is get variable value? This is the method or function. This is called get variable value. What is get variable value? It take a string value. So check if this value is variable. Maybe it is variable or it is integer or return false through exception. So I didn't use exceptions here. Yeah, I used through an exception in invalid variable name. So, um, so uh, will take the variable value uh, and see is this variable value uh, for item will go to a string variable name. It's called value. Is this value? Is it? I don't know. Is it a name or is it just integer number? So we will check if variables dot any dot item one equal variable name. Is it one of the names that I listed in my variables list or not? If it is, so return variable dot first item one dot item two that will get the value of this variable and sum it because it couldn't sum variables together. It will sum the values of these variables. Or else, if now I will see is it integer number or through exception. If it's not a variable value, so uh, mm, it's a integer number. So integer try parse value out integer value and then return this value is integer. Um, also, sorry. Also, I can see here if not this or this, if it's not a value uh, or a integer value or variable value, then through exception invalid variable name. So this function will check if I have integer, I have variable, or nothing of these and will return uh, invalid variable name. Let's return to our parsing command. If I have minus, same thing, so I it will take it and split it the variables between minus variable value 1 and variable value 2 and trim them. Then do the same thing. a new tuple, put the variable name and get variable one and get variable two for variable value one, variable value two, and check them. Then minus them, then put them in the variable name. Also, for multiplication, the same thing is happening here. Split them, put them in variable value one, variable value two, trim them, and put the multiplication and put after checking the get variable value, and after that, put it in the variable name. So last one is not last one of the multiply maybe what is called mathematical things like plus minus and so on. Last one is the division. So in the division, I have 1 point different. I can't divide by 0. So I say here I want to split them. So split them to variable value 1, variable value 2. If get variable value 1, I will go to check variable value 2 here by using get variable value. If it is equal 0, then through exception can't divide by 0, else complete and do the same like these others these other plus minus and multiplication. So I can see here it will divide the variable value 1 over variable value 2 and put it in the variable name. So if it is alone, I don't have two variables, just one variable. So it will take here just the variable name and check the variable value and put it in the variable name like size equal 5. Okay. So here, if uh, uh, if this is not in my if it's not in my I said before, if here I said if string command equal. So if the variable is contained or equal the variable name in my list. So if it's not, what is happening? Sorry about that. So last thing, if um, the value is not present in the list, so variables dot add in a new tuple the variable name and the value and return true, or if not no one of these, then return false, and the get variable is maybe there is an issue or there is a problem in it. This is the uh, variable, get variable, and the variable value. After that, I will talk here. I have, as you know, a condition, maybe if, maybe for if or while. So I have this function will check if the command is the command with a variable is declared and take the condition and see if the condition is take the condition and what we can say so this to check the command with the condition. So this is for the conditional statements. and it will check the condition and return the appropriate Boolean expression for after that checking. So I will use a check method called check condition. It's a private method, take Boolean, so true or false. Takes two parameters, the condition, conditional, it's maybe while or if, and we can say how this happened when we talk about the main programs for while and if, and the conditional statement. The conditional statement here, maybe if x greater than 0, so maybe uh, x equal 5 if x greater than 0, maybe size or circle, um, circle this variable. So this is the conditional statement, all of the conditional statement. Now, uh, I will take the condition of the loop or if statement. I have condition for the loop or if statement. So I will take it the conditional statement dot substring, take the conditional statement dot index of conditional plus conditional length and the uh, trim the condition. So what is this happening? The conditional statement may be if x greater than 0, uh, circle equal circle x, and maybe x is declared above x equal 50. So um here, what is happening? The conditional statement dot index of condition. This part find the index of the first occurrence of the conditional substring it with conditional statement. So this index of conditional, this will find the index of the first occurrence of the condition and return its starting index of the conditional substring. This conditional dot length is will helps or adds to the conditional substring, and this will helps to starting the position or saying this is the starting point and this is the end of the conditional substring. After taking this condition, string condition, I will how split it to left and right operands. So string dot operands condition split the plus, minus, sorry, not equal, greater, equal, greater, maybe less equal or less. So these conditions I have, if the will take the string left, call left of operand of 0 dot trim and right the operand of 1. So if uh, here I have, I will take, after finishing the left and right, I will take the conditions or the operands of the conditional, of the condition. I will check them. Are they variable? Are they integer are they integer? It's okay. Are they variable to get their integer and compare? Are they none this or this? So through the exception is syntax error. So if condition equal, return value, left value equal right value, else if condition less equal, so left less or right, or equal right, if greater or equal, so left is greater or equal right, or it's greater or less, so left greater than right, or left less than right. This is the exception, and then return true. Um, After finishing this, I have, I need to something to um, uh, check or get the index where the loop statements end. So tell me this is the end statement, and this is the that will help me to know this is the end or end statement of the while, end statement of the if. So I need to here two functions. One of them, let me just check. Okay. So I have two functions. One of them, or methods, one of them get end loop index. So get end loop index. So this is what is doing take integer and string commands. Um, and what is happening here? And if integer end loop, first of all, I will put integer end loop index equals 0. So, sorry, minus 1. For I equal j equal, and then j or I less than the command dot length, maybe the command dot length is 3, so it's start from 0 to 2, so less than command length, j plus plus. I will check if the command dot 0 or dot j is it equal end loop. So this is that mean end loop. So the end loop index will call j and the break, or return the end loop index. Um, Maybe there is a problem in my loop. So it will take here -1 first and check, is this command that I checked for, is it called end loop? If it is, so give me the index where end loop happens, in which line, or and return it. Or if it's this is wrong, so it will give me the end loop index is -1. So for that, I will say here there is a problem, and we will see in the when we talk about the loop and the if programs. Also, the same thing or the same function I can see here for get and if index. So if I will take give it a -1 for check for the command dot j is equal and if or not. If it is, so I will take or give the uh, the f index and if index the value of j, or return in both of them will give me the value of the and if index. If it is wrong, so it's -1, or if it is right, so there is uh, a value for f and if index, it's called j here, or I. J and I here are the same thing. Now, here I have the method for executing a single command, and then I have uh, the other method to execute a program, and then the syntax check for um, both program or command. So what is happening here? Uh, I used here public synchronous. Uh, I used here public synchronous asynchronous task uh, method called execute. Why this asynchronous? What is asynchronous programming? The asynchronous programming allow tasks to execute independently. So this will help me to improve system performance and preventing block the main thread and the main idea of using a synchronous program is to uh, what's called it's to use the or to implement the task in parallel. That's called concurrency. So the concurrency is at executing multiple tasks in parallel. So this is the thread method that will help me to execute both a program using run buttons in my new design and in my form design at the same time, and we will see that when we go to that point. So here, um, public asynchronous, we talked about asynchronous. It will take the tasks to execute string command, uh, check this command and parse it and talk about it step by step. So let's first talk about the parameters here. The command, this is the command that will take to parse. Boolean resize. I talked about the resizing in part one. It's just when I want to maximize um, the canvas. So it's the default of it is false. It's optional. Also, reset a new program is false. This is just when we will talk about this after seconds inside this program. It's just optional also. So here I have canvas equal null. This is just to check if this a program done by Form1 or by a new program. So if canvas not equal null, so now the program will or the program will know this I have to throw or to declare the objective canvas in canvas and use it in a new program. Or if I use this asynchronous canvas equal null, so canvas equal here this canvas, so it's equal null, so it's this canvas I will execute in Form1 program this point. Now I want here to parse, so I will use parser class to parse the command. This file status just to first I will I will clear it and then to check if command is valid or not valid. So it will return false or uh, it depends on the words that I put in it. So we will see here. If parser dot is valid syntax, so it will go to parser valid syntax and parse the command. Let's talk quickly about the parser, my parser class. We talked about it already in part one. So it will take the input string and this input string to lower to make it insensitive and then get the type of the command, the first word of this command. What is it? It depends using while input. So it will iterate this until it get here space. So the command type it's input of I, so return command type word. And then we'll get here the get command argument. It depends input by split them by space. So maybe I have move to 30, 40. So move to is the first argument, and 30, 40 are the second argument, is called parameters. Now I want to do a parameters list. The parameters list using guitar. First of all, get the command arguments. After that, I take the values, the command of one dot trim dot split them between commas. So why command one? Because command of zero is the command type. Here I will put a split, or sorry, I will put a list of parameters in here. I don't need to take more time because I have many things to do. So after that, I have get command argument length. So I have here, I need the length of the command argument. Return me this using this method. And now I have the is valid syntax. So this is parser.isValid syntax. Come here to check for the validation of the command. So take the input is input dot to lower it. Then uh, split it using a new slash n. This is for the syntax check is for program or individual commands. So if I have commands, okay. If I don't, it's for each for one time. If I have a program, so iterate for all commands. Now, for each string command in commands, first it will take if not equal none or clear or reset or run. So then it will take the parts and split them between the spaces. And then if the length is 2 or 4 or 6, it depends. I will check now for the first valid argument. Is it move to? Is it part one? Part zero, sorry. Is it to draw to? Circle, triangle, rectangle. So now the parameters part one dot split between commas. Now check the parameters length. Is it one? Is it two? It depends. Now I will uh, after uh, after after checking the parameters length, is it one or is it two? So I will now try to go to Form1 instance to get variable value of parameter zero. Is it equal -1? So I will check here is if it's, as you know, now I have parameter length 1 and 2. It depends. Maybe is it a value, integer value? At first time it was just integer value, to check just for integer. Now I want to check, is it integer or is it variable or is it none? So if the Form1 instance, so I have, this is one of the benefits of Singleton, um, for Form1 pattern. It's to go to get variable value and check the parameter of zero. Is it variable? Is it integer? So go and implement, or and give me true. Or if it's -1, then return false and catch exception first parameter error. Uh, if parameter dot length equal to, same thing, go to Form1, get value of parameter 1, is it equal -1? Then return false, and through the second parameter is error, and then return false. And if I will check for the pen, this is just here what is happening for my parser class, just this point. First, it was in part one, it was just integer. Here I have variable or integer, so I used Form1 instance using get variable method to check, is it variable, is it valid variable, valid integer or not. Now I have the pen and the fill arguments. So the pen argument here is to check um, is it pen, part two is pen, or part two is not equal, move to. So check part three, is it black or red or green? Is it through exception or sorry, is it if it is okay, so it's okay, it's valid or return false. And then this is the last thing to check for fill. It's if part four is equal fill, um, and not equal move to and not equal draw to, then check is it none or on. Uh, so it's okay, or else return false. So this is my parser class. Let me close this and then return to form one. So this is what is happening in isValid syntax command. So take the command to isValid syntax using parser class, and then try here using through exception, try exception. Um, if command equals run, so let's talk about each command. If the command equal run, so first of all, um, wait, is it valid program? Look here. This wait or asynchronous wait, or this is threads method, will um, help us uh, to improve our program using. I don't need to wait for validation or execution. I will check for all of the program while while implementing valid program or executing run or so they work for all of them in parallel. So so I will take the run, get this command from the rich textbooks maybe, or this is used to execute a program in the يعني rich textbooks. And await is synchronous programming to make the code way to complete a synchronous task without blocking the main thread. So if is valid program for command executed, that command that I, as a user, wrote. So if it is valid, so execute run the command execution. What's execute run? We will see it down for execute run a command or a program. Else, no, I will here, what I will do, I will take the uh, state the status text and through error string and put it in color red, then clear the error string. So this is what is happening when I said the error string to store error uh, value or error string. Else, if I want to check a clear, so if I wrote clear, the command is clear, so clear compass. Else, if the command equal reset, so if I will check here, the reset, what is happening in reset? If I want to um, do reset, it depends. Is this reset from a new program or from Form 1 program? So if it's from Form 1, so not from reset a new program, so we'll do or clear the rich textbooks input for Form 1 and textbooks 1 for Form 1 and the file path that's used when I want to browse and load something for Form 1 and then Canvas to declare. When this is on and this if is false, so not will do this. If so, they will canvas a clear canvas um, for the new program. I have here also, I have to check, is it the command type is equal move to? So integer x variable value. Uh, Now I have each number or each variable to check it using get variable value, parser parameter of 0. And also integer y. So y is get variable value, parser parameter of 1, 0 or 1. I talked about them while I'm talking about invalid or validation using parser class. So now canvas move to x, y if they are valid. Or else go to equal dot draw to. So equals is it equals draw to? So if it's equals draw to, then I will here um, I will here get the variable value of parameter 1 and the parameter 2 and check them. And then I will say if the get command argument length is it 2, so just draw the line. So canvas draw an X and Y. If else it's not to, so the canvas draw to x, y, and parser parameter to. What's this? If I want to draw a line with a pen color. So also I want to check the circle. Is the parser dot get command type is it equal to circle? If it is equal to circle, so go to the radius get variable value parser dot parameter of 0. If parser dot get command length equal to, so the canvas will draw a circle of radius. So here, one of the questions, how you did a drawing like circle with a variable. So I have to display this get variable value. Using get variable value, maybe I have to say radius equal 5. Okay, we'll get here radius equal 5. Take it as a parameter of 0. Say, is it C? Is it a get variable valid get variable value? Okay, give me the value of this variable and drawing a circle here. Then if the command equal 4, so I will use pen here. So draw the outline circle with a pen, parameter radius and parameter 1. If it's equal to or 6, so draw with fill-in. So radius parameter 1, parameter of 2, the filled circle with a given color. Check now the triangle. The same thing for the triangle. Integer, the size of the triangle, and take the get variable value of it, parse it. And if the take the parser here, if the parser of if the parser of the length get command argument length equal to, so draw triangle size, else draw the size and the color of the pen, or if it's 6, draw the size, the color of the pen, and the color, no, the color you want to fill with it and fill. Also the same thing with rectangle, but the different in rectangle, I have width and height, get variable value for them. So parameter 1, parameter 2, and then parse the argument. Is it 2? So draw the line, the rectangle. Is it 4? Draw the rectangle with a line. is it 6, draw the rectangle with height and fill in it. If none of these, return else through exception syntax error. Also here I have to check um, if it's not of any single command type, if not a clear, not reset, not run. So this is this adding this command is just to um, changing the canvas size. So it's just to redrawing the command. And we talked about it in part one, and it's not uh, from my main points that I want to talk about them. So this is all about uh, all about my parsing command. This is just for resizing it. And then now I want to talk about this is the main important thing. This is the method of executing a program. So it's called execute run. Also, asynchronous task, asynchronous wait will help me to implement uh, all of them together, all of the tasks together in parallel, and will help me to implement uh, Form1 program and a new program on the same canvas at the same time. We will see here the thread sleep where. Look here first, I have to take the arguments, string input. So the input here is the whole program. And then it's for resizing, this optional parameter. And I have here canvas um, a canvas equal null. So that will, as we said, is it checking, is it no? So inside Form1, or if it's not, so it's for a new program. Now I will take variables to declare, so clear the list here, and I will be ready to start to talk about my to talk about my or not to talk to take oh I was tired to take about to take the program or the commands. Then start loop is 0 to start loop index. I will take the input and split using each slash n to split it to commands and then to parse each command. Now, uh, I will see here the loop. Uh, First of all, this loop is through all commands. I will check all the commands because, program, that means multi-commands. So this loop is to loop through all the commands. So for integer I equals 0, I less than command length, I plus plus. So maybe I have 3 commands lines. So from 0 to 2. If I would, first of all, the first important things that will, I got 2 days to understand this, to not to understand this error that if when I didn't do this, when I put sometimes like white space or empty, give me error. So I knew that if I have to put this to make the program to continue. So string dot is null input string space of command I, or is it this string is empty command I? So continue, it's okay. Then parser for each command. So I will parse each command now. Is it command one? Is it command line two? Is it command line three? It depends. Now, I will check each step. First of all, I want to check, is this get command type equal while? I want to check this. This is a new command type. So if it is equal while, so I have now condition is true. So check the check condition. So I will go to check condition method and uh, through for it these two parameters, the command of I and the while. So I tell him the to check command condition, check for me this while and the condition statement. If it is okay, so give me the start loop. Is it I equal I here? I put it 0 as a default first. Else, if this is not, uh, if I have while, but this condition is error, so through the loop condition is false. So I will go using get end loop. I will go to end loop index with I and command and tell him he will see here in get end loop index. Is it uh, is the command equal end loop? If it's not, so through exception, it's -1. So through exception, end loop tag is not found. And then end the loop index. So skip the loop. Check now if the command is if statement. I will check now if the get command type equal if statement. If it is not equal, if it's equal if statement, I will check the condition. If the condition is false, so skip the condition. So if the check condition for the if and command I, it's not, it's false. So I will go to get command index. I will see if the command is end if index or not. So if it's not, so through exception, the end if is not. So skip end if index. So skip the if statement. Also, I want to check, is it end loop wrote correctly or not? So I want to parser get command type is equal end loop. If the command I not equal, so through syntax error. Also for if parser.get command type equal end if it is not equal end if, so through the syntax error. Else I will here uh, execute the command and I will say here if the await the execute the command and the resize and the canvas, I will execute the command. If it is not true, so through the syntax error, and then here wait task delay 2000 milliseconds. This is the thread sleep to make a 2 second between step and another step between each step between steps. So this will help me to see what is happening when I'm trying to uh, implement two commands, one using Form1 and the other using a new program. And I don't need to talk about these too much. This one is just run button is a, if run button is a press, so if is valid a program, so take the run button text input and execute it. And if it is not, so through error string and in color red. Uh, and this is for Inter. These talked about them in part one, but the most important thing to know, just the important thing that I did, I convert everything to asynchronous methods, asynchronous programs to just um, to make the program, to improve the program, and to um, not block the main thread. And the main important thing is to implement the two programs together step by step, and to also to make this all of these tasks to work in parallel, that will uh, improve the performance of my program. So I can see here for textbooks one, asynchronous, and wait for executing or exception, handle two, command. This I talked about it. I don't want. This is exist to make it, just to make the my program is more exciting. When I press exit, it will close the program just as a function. Also, the syntax block here when uh, when I will use asynchronous and await. So when the program is valid, so it will give me here status syntax okay with color green, or if it's not, so it will give me error string and the color is red. Here, colors error string, I will talk about it in check the program is syntactically correct or not. This is the last main point that I want to talk about. It is talking about a method to check if the program is syntactically correct or not. So, uh, Um, I will take the uh, uh, the method. It's called is valid program. So I will clear the variables, integer, code line index. This will help me to find or to declare the error in a line. Loop start equals 0. So try. Now split the command input dot slash n dot to lower to make it insensitive. Then I will make a loop. So loop for all the commands. Now I will put first code line index equal I to make it update each through the for loop. If First, skip the line empty, if empty or white space, to make it continue. Parse the commands for each parser. If it's while, equal while. So I have to check if is it false, skip the for while or not. So if the when I want to check the if it's equal while, so I want to check inside the loop. If something happens using end loop index, get end loop index, I will know if end loop index equal -1. So I know the now I will put the command line index is command dot length -1. Why? Because command dot length equal maybe 3 -1. So I started from 0 to 2. So I know it's in line 2. Through a new exception, and loop tag is not found. So this is the message that I will see. If the loop condition is true, so check if the condition while command equal I. So this is uh, okay, so start loop equal I, so everything is okay, it will implement it. Or if I don't have start loop here, or if the command is not the first command, then else I equal the equal end loop. So here I will end the loop in this part. Check now if this if statement. So else if parse.get command type equal if statement. So I have here the if statement. If it is equal if statement, then go to check um, is it the end if index, is it -1? Is the inside the if statement, is it right or wrong? It depends. So if it is, so through exception and if tag is not. Now check the condition. If it's false, so skip the statement. If the condition is working, so I equal and if index. Now check if the command is an end loop statement. So check the end loop, if is it written correctly or not. If it's written correctly, it's okay. If it's not, syntax error. And then if the end if written correctly, it's okay, or syntax error. And then here I have if if parser that valid program is not correct, so the command is not valid, equal false, then through exception syntax error. Or after all of these, return task Form1 results. So in this asynchronous program, we use task to see is the task true or false, and then catch the exception. If it's not a true, it's false. So give me the error where error string is. Now here, this is the error string I talked about. It's line, the line. And now this is line. And then the code line index +1. I put 1. Why? Because I always start from 0 to point. Now I want the correct answer of the line when I count like 1, 2, 3, 4. Then comma, and then the exception message that I talked about there. Okay. And then return task for result. This is everything about my whole program here in the or how I implement everything in this assignment. A little things to talk about them, like the new program, like to showing everything, like to talk about the transition or the flashing of the cursor. So let's go first to the let's go first to the here to the points here, to tick them and showing everything. So sort loop command work and can repeat several. Okay. So this one is tick, and I show you every XML documentation, and I will show you tests, and I will show you comment. So first of all, comments. These are comments. Here I have get variable value comment, check if the conditional function, get the index of the loop, the index of the if statement, and if statement, the method of execute a single, the method of execute a program in rich textbooks. So this is all of these working together to implement a loop and to implement if statement, to parsing a command, parsing a program, and everything. And this method will check if the program is syntactically corrected. And this is to maximize to a little bit in save buttons. A new function. This is the make the cursor blinking and everything. I parse commit it here in this program, in this sorry report. So first of all, I have get variable value for talking about variables, checking the condition of the while loop, and checking the index after end loop, and I have executing a single command if and executing a program. So this is the main important uh, line talking about while and if with the syntax checking. This is the commit, and I will talk now about show how you implemented your loop. I showed that when I'm talking about all of my assignments. Now I want um, to first, I want to like I have here, I did many programs like these testings, like maybe 3. Look here, I will take this and I will implement it. So Control V. So this is move to 100, 180, 150, count equal to, while count less than 100, if count over 60, so circle count, and if then count equal count plus 20, then end loop. So this is a nested loops or while loop, and inside it if program. So it's advanced program while with if. If I want to run it like this, it will take or it will implement every 2 seconds. This is one. First, I think it's okay. So first, it moves to move to 180, 150 here, and then count equal 20. While count less than 100, it's okay. So count is it greater than 60? No. So will not did it. So and if then put it now 20, then count equal 40, less than 100 is greater than? No. So and then count equal 20, is it less than 100? No, it's now it's 80. Is it less than 100? Okay. So is it greater than 60? Okay. So it's drawn. So here the count is equal 80 for this circle. So this is the first point. And I talked about the program step by step and talked about the loop, how I did it step by step, and how I syntaxed it, and how I execute it, parse it, everything. Now I want to show you the testing project. So this is the testing project or the testing class. So this is a testing valid while loop command from a program. So this input test the take the input from text while loop program. So start Boolean result equal false, then using loading the program to. I have here 4 or 5 programs. I put them here in testing to load them to the test file and test the class, and um, I use them to uh, how to say it, to test everything. So um, here the result, how equal form1 dot instance, is it valid program or not? And then give me it, and then assert that result is true. So the validation give me a test is okay if it's true. So I will test them here. So I have 32 classes and build success. So now all of them are all of them are lost. So now this is the first point I talked about. Now I have a variable can be declared by like size equal 10 and circle size. Let's take this. Yes, I talked about this point and focused on it when I'm talking about my whole program in general. Uh, oh, let us take it, uh, move to 100, 200, and then let us make size like 40. And now run it. So this is here, and size equal 40, and now then circle size. So this is exit the program, and this is yes. Comments, unit test, showing test running, showing comments. So I did everything like the comments, uh, like the comments, how this is get variable value, the values, and check them, and the conditions, and talking about the program, single command program with variables, and I did execute single command with variable and execute a program, and I did here the unit testing of a while loop with if, while loop with a valid condition, while loop with a valid and invalid variable. So I tested and I did a testing. Also, result is clear. Let's just talk about the testing. Where's the testing? This is a testing project with valid variables. Test valid while loop with multiple if statements. Test while loop command with a valid condition and with invalid condition and with a valid variables. So I have here test case x equal 10, y equal 20, and z2 equal like 30. So size, and check here, size equal 30, circle size. So it will take these test cases and go to form1 instance, use in is valid program. Is it okay? Is it true or not? And also check if it is like this, size equal 30, but circle radius not 30. So here it will give me false, should give me false. Uh, and I already run all tests. Now go to the other thing. Expressions like size equal count dot multiply by 10. Yes, sure, and sure, and all did all of these. I think I have one here. I think four. Don't know. Maybe three. Oh, we can make this. This is it look like Control C. Looks like um what we want, but this is we want to make it multiplied by, but not 20, maybe 4. So, right. So take it this 20 and then just one circle because it's less than, but it's not greater than 60. So when I multiply it by 4, so it will be 80, and then multiply it by 4 again, it will be greater than 100, so it's not. When I want to check, so here will give me a status syntax, okay, for the, when I want maybe like this, syntax circle count will give me error 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Check. Line 5, syntax error, like this. So clear or reset. Okay. Now, what we want to do again, you loop work with variables. We saw that, yeah, it's working with variable. And I can do again like this one. No, this is not with a variable. This one. Yes, but the numbers are very much here. Let's see. Oops. Let's see. Move to maybe 30, 30. 300, 300, sorry. Let's make it 100. Or, no, run it. Here, if count equal if, so this is with pen, right? If count equal 300, so I have this circle. And if count equal 200, okay. And then count minus 100. So he did all of this. So when it was 400, is a rectangle, red rectangle. When it was 300, it is a green circle. When it was a circle, no, it was 200, so now triangle. When it was 100, it was also a circle, red circle, like this. Exit. So this is also okay. Run syntax check using variables for a loop using variables. And I also did that. And I show you that. Let's go here. If I have a loop with variables, so how? Testing loop and take program for this program for, read it and take it. Is valid a program or not? Give me a true. And I did, and I did this. Check or this, sorry, test this. Uh, Let me try again. I don't know what is the problem. I have fulfilled, but it was working before. I don't know what's the problem. Input from, I will want to check it. I don't know what's the problem. It was working before a minute. Mm, let's see this again. Here. Oh, maybe the problem is in program one, I think. Yeah, maybe the problem is in here, in program one text. Okay, I will try to solve this later. Now let me go through these points. If it's statements, I talked about if statements. And if a statement with and if, and I did uh, uh, unit tests XML and showing comments for this. Let me just check the syntax problem, the test problem. Now it's okay, it's working. I tried to clear the program one, program two, three, four, and did them again. Maybe the problem wasn't then. Now all of them are true. There is no problems in my testing programs. Then let's go to uh, with F with a block of multiple lines that end with and if. Okay, I did that, but I will try to do it again like this one, like this one. So I have here this one. We did this. It will be two, 200, 200, and then run it. So because says first rectangle, then circle, then triangle, and last thing is a red circle. So that's it. Also checking it. Also, when I want if this here count check line 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here, the invalid variable name. Fantastic. Like when I want, like, oh, capital T. When I want to save a program, I can click here, save this program, like new, and then open it so I can see it. Close this. I can see it. Here, this is a new. This one. Also, I want to take this program, browse it, and load it. So browse, take it and load it. Will load there, then and then that's it. Also, when I want to, I did this syntax checking. I talked about syntax checking before running, and I showed this uh, uh, how I did it, syntax check, and I will uh, marker chapters that for each point of uh, for each step of my program, because I think it's difficult, very, very difficult to come here step by step and everything connect to each other. So I first want to display my work and my program, then come through these points. So I have a syntax check, and I did here program report, the line that is has occurred the program. So this is done. And I have a syntax check commit for syntax test result, and a commit and a comment. I can show you. This is the comments text testing the syntax of a program. Is it invalid or valid? And here is a comment for where is it? uh, this method will check the program is syntactically correct or not, even loop or if or command. And also the all of it, I did it. Also the test, I showed this here. Now, method that can be defined and called method must multiple line, okay? And I can use these multiple lines to draw uh, several shapes. And here I have also two multiple methods with parameters, and use how to testing. Uh, I have XML documentation. I have Chromate, but I don't know how to did a unit test for this. But I did like before. I don't know. I will put it yes or no. But I did for the what's called for the I will got a program like this. I will show you here. Program one. Here. This move to Control C, Control V. But I move to 200, 200. I don't know why I did. I updated it yesterday, but I didn't save it for that reason. Yeah, don't know why I used it like this. And now, when I want to run it, rectangle, then circle. It's very big. Then this circle, 500. Then circle 600. I can now. Uh, maybe I can't like this. It's okay. It's working now. It's multiple um it's multiple circles working or multiple shapes working together. Move to like 2020, or I can do it like this or to show you the parameters. If I can say C equal 200, E equal 200, then move to CE, and then rectangle this. So this is let's clear the canvas. Oops. So now run. This is here. Now this is a circle. 5, 6, 700, 800, 900, then 400, then all of this. Mhm. Okay. Okay. So this is also done. Maybe if I like CE run. No, check syntax. Okay. Oh, because it's insensitive for the color, so there is no problem here. But if I want like this, check now. So line 3, syntax error here. Now it's also I want um you told me here how you drawing something or several shapes uh, using parameters as we talked at the first of my program. I used inheritance classes like let me show you. I use inheritance classes. Um, it's I have a parent class shape, and I have the uh, the circle. This is shapes. This is these all of these classes: rectangle, triangle, and circle. So I have all of these classes. Uh, I used inheritance to inherit the child classes circle, rectangle, triangle from shape class. So this is the shape class. This is the uh, parent class. So this circle, triangle, rectangle, what they did here, they used override for drawing a graph. So what is happening by this point override here? The override is used to indicate that this method in the derived class is to override the method in the basic class or to implement their implementation using the basic class. So by overriding these shapes helps me to uh, using inheritance and override the main class here in these child classes will help me to write multi-shapes together in a single program. Uh, Also, I did finished these things. Shapes, shape, circle. Okay, don't need this node. Okay. Um, Now, uh, provide two independent programs. I have I have two independent programs. I have a new program and Form1 program. Let's check them. I have this is um, Form1 design. This one. Or let me show you from here. This is my program. When I press on a new program, this is happening and this window is opening here. And when I write maybe circle 100 and enter. So this is circle in the same canvas of Form1 class. So clear, it will clear the class, the canvas. So this is how I did that. I will show you here. Go to Form1. In Form1, I put um, I put a new button. It's called a new program button. When I click it, so the new program, let's go to new and implement a new canvas output uh, from in the same picture box of the picture box output and a new program.show. So this is the implementation inside Form1. And when I go to new program, here I see this new program. First, I have the instructor here. I have private canvas. It's a new object from my canvas factory. It's called uh, canvas here, and public new program will take canvas initialize components and this canvas equal canvas in here. And then I used run button, same as I did in Form1. But I used also, sure, I used thread synchronous wait to when I run the button, we'll check our take the instance from Form1 to take is valid program or not. If it's valid program, so execute run, also using a from one instance, or if it isn't, it will take status text here. We'll put it like Form1 error string, uh, and the color is red, and then Form1 instance error string equal clear it. I have also here a browse button. I put a browse button, a load button, and save button. We talked about this because to be honest, I copied them from Form1, paste them here. No, nothing changed in them. Also, the exit here, close the window and not close the program, return to Form1 program. And here to check syntax, even syntax okay, or it will take from Form1 instance error string. And also here textbooks one, if I press on it, it will execute the using enter, it will execute the program, or if it's not, it will here reset the run button text and the textbooks one and the file path of this a new program form or design. So this is my uh, what I did, and also I can show you here. I can take these two programs. Let me first open the program. So now exit. So now go to the program that I want to show you what I did in, I think, program 5. Okay. We'll take both of them together. Now, look here, control V. I will take this one. So this here, and the other one for a new program. This is also here. So when I run this and run this, so I will see two pens. First circle, circle, triangle, triangle, rectangle, and then circle. And this is what I have did in this part of the assignment. Both the program window, same. Oh, no, why not? It's all, oh, yes. Provide two independent, both on the same display. Program using a thread, yes. How you did this? I talked about it, but I want to show here using Form1 and a new program. So here, using in all of the methods I used, asynchronous, like asynchronous and wait, synchronous and wait. But in the main program, where is the main program? This is the main program. Here, a method to execute the program. So asynchronous using wait, split the command, check for the commands, are parse them. Are they while? Are the whiles okay or not? Is the if is okay or not? Check everything and do everything. Else, is it execute a command okay or not? Then after executing, wait task delay 2000 milliseconds to uh, stop this to make a 2 seconds between each step and the other step. So like this. Also, show two programs, move the pen independently, and I showed that, and I used uh, I showed using every step um, what is happening in my program. The XML documentation and the comment for multiple programs, comment for multiple programs. I use this. I showed that for a new program. I did a comment. Mm, this is for a new program. Sample change. This is the function. No, sample change. This is independent program window that has separate program and executed as on the same canvas as this one with adding load, save, and also browse. Okay. Now design and implementation. Factory design pattern. Okay, I did factory design pattern. Where is it? Factory. I did it from the part one. I use this like a factory. This is the canvas class. This canvas class contains of a graphic to draw shapes, contains of bitmap uh, for picture. It has a basic method to move something to draw, something, draw circle, triangle, rectangle. So all of this is a factory class. Also, I have used here public canvas picture books to put the bitmap in the picture books sizes inside a bitmap um, we say a bitmap array, and I talked about everything here. Uh, this is to remove a cursor. I have here a method to remove a cursor, method to draw a cursor. This is what is happening. I will talk about it later, this point. This is for saving state before cursor. So, and this to move something, and this to draw something, to draw a line. And this is to draw a circle. It depends. It's drawing field, drawing outline, it depends. And this one is drawing a triangle and drawing rectangle and also clear. That's it. This is my canvas, canvas factory design pattern. And then additional design pattern. Yeah, I did two. One of them is the inheritance of shapes, shape class, and I have three inheritance classes from the parent class, shape class. I have two main ideas. First of them, when I want to add any other shape to draw it, it's very easy. Just I want to do that class, that shape class, nothing else. Or if I want to uh, draw multi shapes together, so I want to override the draw uh, from inheritance classes to draw the base class, override the base class into inheritance classes and implement in the same method. And also, I talked about in Form 1, I talked about the singleton I did a single instance from the Form 1 class in order to use it to other classes, like new program, like test program. Also, I did this unit test for a factory design pattern. I don't know. I didn't do that. But I use XML documentation, sure. And I use a commit. I did that. Additional functionality, I did just one. So flashing, the cursor. Flashing the cursor. How? Let me see you. Go to Form 1. In Form 1, I use the transition clock. Where is it? Let me uh, no, this is Parse. Where is the transition? Where is it? This is not. This is the transition. So T clock transition tick. I used in this program use a clock transition in a cursor. It uh, utilizes a timer to trigger regular color updates, and the cursor is managed through the Canvas class. So this private method class, not class, is program did, or sorry, event did take the clock transition tick and canvas dot draw cursor. So I want to go to canvas, my factory, to draw cursor and show what is happening there. Then output is invalidate, update, always updating the output picture box. So go now to Canvas, what is happening in Canvas class. I said one of the methods, important methods, is removing cursor, saving the base of the cursor, and drawing a cursor. It's needed for each step of a drawing. Even in, I want to move to something, cursor from place to place, I want to remove it from the previous place and save it in the other place and draw it. So the draw cursor, I want to take x is x position minus 0. I already declared the x position and y position. This is just to uh, take the current location and multiply them by or minus them by 1, because uh, the array is starting from 0 to uh, whatever. Um, Now, for integer I equals 0, I less than 3, I defined uh, the cursor as a array of 3, 3. So I is equal 3, j is equal 3. Then if I equal j, just continue if I have the center, leaves the center of the cursor. Now, I talked about something is called a flag. If this flag is true, then implement this. If I equal 0, put bitmap set pixel is color red. If I equal 1, bitmap pixel x plus I, y plus j blue. If I equal 2, so it will take here vertical bit. If take the vertical bit and then uh, put the cursor to red, cursor to blue, cursor to black. And then if the flag is not true, it's false, so then I equal 0, try uh, uh, put color green, set the color green of the pixel, and they set it yellow. Now take the second vertical lines. Then if I equal 1, take the color yellow. If I equal to, take the color white. That's it, vice versa. Flag, it's equal, not a flag. It will make it 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1 to make it flashing every time. And the event here will help always to update the cursor, and I can see what is happening here, like this. Always, let me maybe move to 100, and I can see here what is happening. It's flashing like this. So this is everything about uh, my program, my assignment. Did you use AI? I have never used anything. As I told you in part one, my husband is a programmer. He's a PhD student at Leeds University. He helped me do this, don't do this. Helped me very, very, very much. And the best way and the best thing to do is to go to really, really to the support of assignments that you gave us. Thank you so much for everything. Thank you so much for how you helped us, how you studied us. And I'm very, very pleasure that, and I'm very happy that I have another model this semester with you also. Will be exciting also. Um, and just one thing that I did, I will show you here, that I used here chat GPT for doing give him my assignment, and say like I want I want clear explanation to take the XML documentation, because really, really, it's difficult to do it by myself without XML, without using ChatGPT. And I use also the what's saying the Google search. I use the YouTube. I use the C Sharp library. It's also very helpful. And I always ask my friends, ask my husband. Um, that's it. So I used Chat GPT for XML documentation. That's it. Be sure to submit this form. Okay, I will submit it. Send me a Just let me check it. Last thing. This is my name. What is this now? Oh, yeah. Hmm, okay. So submit now. Thank you so much for everything.